So I wanted to try out some generators here, and yes, I am using the tandem axle truck finally. I love the long bed in the back here, plenty of room. I had a situation with the diesel generator on my RV, the one in the front. It's got a bad, I believe it's like an armature bearing. It's basically the bearing that supports the back end of the generator itself. It's got a really, really loud bearing noise, and I believe it is this bearing here that has gone bad. So I've got the new bearing. The problem is I'm not very comfortable with pulling generators apart, especially one of this size. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. And I've already used the stethoscope to make sure that, you know, that's where the noise is coming from. So I'm pretty sure I've got the noise narrowed down correctly. The generator works great, powers everything just fine, but it's got a really, really bad noise. And I don't want it to go bad while it's unattended, or go bad period, and tear something else even more expensive up in the generator. As you can tell, really loud. Coming from around this area here. So I want to get that fixed before it damages anything else on it. But I got a trip coming up, so I borrowed a couple smaller generators that pair up together to create 50 watts, or 50 watts, 50, that's not much, 50 amps, and about 6,800 watts. That should power both the AC units on this thing. So let's go try this out, get these hooked up, see how they perform. This little rack here is made out of aluminum, so it's super lightweight. So, and we got generator number 1. Generator number 2. Our little inverter to connect them together and create 50 amps. The beauty about these is I can actually move them around myself. I don't have to have anyone help me lug a 200-pound generator in and out of the truck. Want to make sure that we have the exhaust facing out. Now these fit great on the back here. Everything looks fine. I'll probably just transport them like that, but when I actually set them up and run them for an extended period of time, I'll probably just set them on the ground, put some space in between them so we don't have any overheating problems. Pretty simple. We're just going to connect the red to red, black to black, just like you would do positive and negative on a 12-volt system. And a little ground here. I might beef up these connectors a little bit later. They're not that tight. And here's the inverter box here. I believe it is the inverter box that basically pairs the two of these generators together to give you your 50 amp plug right here. So let's go ahead and start these up. Green light. Next one. Green light. Okay, so we'll go get our power plug here from the RV. So here we go. Cord to the RV, it's plugged in, circuit breaker's on, and right now it doesn't seem like we're pulling much of a load because they're just still idling in the little eco mode. So let's go turn some loads on in the RV here. Oh, the fans are on, that's why they're still idling. I thought the air conditioning was on at first. All right, so those are just the fans. Obviously doesn't pull much power. Let's open a window here so we can hear the generators. Okay, so let's turn this air conditioning on. We're gonna set the fan to high, turn it on cool. So they revved up a little bit and then they idled back down. That's with one air conditioner on. Let's check our voltage here. Right in the middle of the green where we want it to be. That's good. Let's flip the second air conditioner on. Yeah, it's got a little bit more of a load, but still in the green. Let's go see how the generators are running now that we got both AC units on. Still can't get over how quiet they are. They're just idling along. I thought for sure that they'd be revving up by now and running at higher RPM, but they're not. I'm genuinely impressed. Let's put some more loads on it. Here's our water pump. Let's make sure we have some water in the hot water heater tank, which we do. Okay. I'm going to turn the electric water heater on. So we'll flip the little safety switch on here to the on position. So now the electric water heater can be enabled. And we got one more switch for it inside here. Let's go ahead and flip this on and see if the voltage changes. Oh yeah, that put a load on it. All right, so we're getting a little bit closer to the red now, so we probably don't want to put too much more of a load on this thing. But that being said, electric hot water heater and both air conditioning units running, those are some of the biggest loads outside of this microwave here / convection oven and the clothes washer and dryer. When it goes into the drying mode, that pulls a lot of power as well. Let's do one other thing. Let's turn the refrigerator on electric. And let's take a look at our voltage again. Look at that. And it's steady too. Let's go check the generators again. Oh yeah, they're revving up a little bit now. And man, they are quiet. Wow, that is awesome. I see why so many people have these things now. What a great idea. Just purring away. The air is getting cold. Probably don't want to put much more of an electrical load on it than that, but it's still in the green. That's awesome. Close up the window here. You can't even hear the little generators running over the sound of the air conditioner here. That is awesome. Since they're mounted to the hitch, you can kind of feel it vibrating a little bit, but I would imagine if we set those on the ground, that problem goes away. Take a look at our circuit breakers here. Yep. All still cool to the touch. I know that takes a while, but I've had it with weaker generators. These breakers start to warm up a little bit faster and then they'll trip, but everything's cool to the touch. Everything's good here. Yep. Sweet. And one of the best parts, check this out guys, they both fit in the storage compartment, so there's no need to leave them outside when you're not using them or have them bounce around on the back. That is pretty sweet. I gotta say, if something ever happens to the main diesel generator on this thing, I would probably convert to these. Again, this is just temporary until I get my generator fixed, but I wanted to try this out, make a little review video. I would definitely go with this if something major ever happened to the generator up there in the front. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time.